I'm going to ask you to gaze into your crystal ball, Lyndon, and predict the future. Well, at least part of the future. I mean, where, if we look 2-3 years down the road, where do you see digital skilling? At that point, what should we be hoping for, and what should we be looking out for potentially?
Well, what I'm hoping is that the mystifications of digital are removed, and it just becomes a tool and a thing that we use naturally, and that we decide to increase our understanding, knowledge, and proficiency with down the paths that we want to go. Training, support, understanding should be available for everybody. Shouldn't be onerous. Where relevant, it should be embedded in businesses, workforce development, and that kind of thing. And like I said, easy to access. It should be fit for purpose. So I'm not doing a whole heap of stuff because I have to, because that's what the course says I need to do. I'm doing the things that are relevant and pertinent to me at the time, underlaid with the other skills, the non-tech skills that I need to actually be able to use those tech skills in the workplace. If we can even get part of the way there to making fit for purpose, agile training that's not onerous, then I'll be very proud of that.
Fantastic. Great. Well, look, a wide-ranging discussion and many more topics that I'd love to dive into, but just with an interest on time, probably one more question. I know from our previous discussions, we're both fans of big, complex models and diagrams and all the components and how they work.
You've heard of my PowerPoints, have
you? as with mine, but thinking about for the learners, for companies, what tools do you have? Are you working on at DSO to help this future that you've outlined?
Yeah, it's linked into the simplification thing. The ability for us to put together some tools. At the moment we're looking at some sort of proof of concept type tools to support in-house learning of digital literacy, digital fluency type skills and training. Tools that will enable an organization to understand what their actual workforce capability is, what their skill sets they already have are, and how to close those skill gaps if they have them. But first you need to understand what skills you need. So again, there's support tools that we're developing, or more accurately, that we're using successful commercial models that will support to help, particularly small and medium enterprises. They make up to 80% of the Australian workforce. They don't have the learning and development capabilities and that perhaps the larger corporations do. So we're trying to provide simple tools, simple support that are not high impact in relation to workload and time and effort, because most small businesses don't have the time to do anything but their core business. So to try and integrate these things. So we're developing a proof of concept called the DSO Toolbox. It will, in its initial phases, it will have a couple of tools that will be available for individual use. An aptitude assessment tool, which is a way that you can sort of understand yourself, go through a series of reasonably not scary sequences of questions, and then through some highly smart algorithms sitting behind the back and based off worldwide data, it's able to give you some suggestions on what kind of work environment do you thrive in, what sort of things do you enjoy doing in the work, what sort of digital careers or digital specialities could you be more suited to. So it helps you from taking this broad, scary world of digital to something that's, you can, because you like this, because you like that, you're possibly suited towards these kind of specialities. And then at the end of that path, here's some opportunities that you have for A, upskilling yourself if you want to, and B, potentially touching to employers to start your career down those specific digital paths.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, looking forward to those tools as they get developed and released, and yeah, I think relevant for all of us. So.
And as I said, proof of concepts, because there's a lot of really good stuff out there anyway. One of the main things that we're very careful of in the DSO is that we not trying to reinvent the wheel. Our model was built around understanding best practice that's actually happening out there now. And then, most of those best practices are quite focused on, the business requirements within the organization that's developed those tools or process techniques. What we're trying to do is lift those up to give them a more national applicability. So they're useful for huge corporations right down to, those really important 80% of our small and medium enterprises.
Fantastic. Wonderful. Well, look, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate your insights into the marketplace, into DSO and the tools and the approaches, the way you're modeling things and really looking to improve our digital world and help not only individuals but companies and educational institutions along the way. So thank you again for your time.
Hey, it's been my pleasure and a joy to talk to you about something that I'm exceptionally passionate about, and that's critical for our development. As a nation, the goal we have is to have Australia become a leading digital economy by 2030. That's not that far away. And we've got all the capability. It's just a case of simplifying what we do now, making it more accessible, and as I said, demystifying digital to start those careers.